Which point or points on the number line below represent a number with an absolute value of 2? Well, if we remember, absolute value, all it is distance from 0. So we could find the absolute value of any of these by counting back or forth from 0. Well, what this is asking is, which points have an absolute value of 2? Well, let's go out here. 1, 2. Well, we don't have one here. Okay. Then we go back to 1, 2, and we have B. The answer is B. What is the quotient? Well, we have two negative signs here, so our answer is going to be positive. We know that. 90 divided by 6, or negative 90 divided by negative 6. Well, 90 is going to go in the house. 6 is going to go right here. 6 will go into 9 once without going over. Bring down the 6. Subtract 6 from 9. We got 3. Bring down the 0. 6 will go into 30 5 times without going over. You have 30. Remainder 0. Our answer is going to be positive 15. Now remember, it's positive because we only have room for two negative signs, either 0 or 2, and we don't have room for a third. Which number is closest in value to 2? Well, it's not asking you which one is closest to value over or under. It's saying which one is closest in general. So the best thing to do is take each one of these and subtract 2. And whatever is the smallest number, is going to be the correct answer. 2.0 minus 1.76 is 0.24. 2 minus 1.86 is 0.14. Well, we know that this is smaller than this, so we can go ahead and eliminate that one. And we know that the difference between 2 and 2.13 is 0.13. So we know we can eliminate this one now. And since 0.13 is smaller than 0.30, we can eliminate this one, and our answer is 2.31. A chef needs 2 cups of whole wheat flour, 2 3/4 cups of white flour, and a half of cup of rye flour to make 1 batch of rolls. What is the total number of cups of flour needed to make 4 batches? To make 4 batches of rolls. So we have to really be careful and look at what the question is asking us, because this may be on a multiple choice test on the CRCT. And if you just add up 2 3/4, 2 1/2, and come up with an answer, you'd be wrong, because it's asking what is the total number of cups of flour needed to make 4 batches. So we're going to have to take the answer of all this added up and multiply it by 4. Well, first we have to add. So we have 2 plus 2 3/4. Well, let's go ahead and make this into a couple of improper fractions. We know that 2 over 1 is the same as 2, and we know that 2 3/4 is the same as 11 over 4, because we multiply the 4 times the 2, making it 8, adding 3, which makes it 11 over 4. And then we can go ahead and add the 1 over 2. Well, the least common multiple, or the least common factor between these, is going to be 4, because we have to make sure all the bottom numbers are the same. Your denominator has to be the same. You can't just add across. Well, we can leave the 11 over 4. We don't have to worry with that. Then we've got 2 over 1. Well, 1 will go into 4 times. Therefore, we have to multiply the top by that number, making that 8. And that's the equivalent fraction. Same goes here. We have to change 1/2 into something over 4, and that is 2. Now we can add straight across. 11 plus 8 is 19, plus 2 is 21 over 4. Now, what I would suggest you do is go ahead and multiply that by 4. And how we do that is 4 over 1, making this 84 over 4. What goes in the house? 84. And we remember we're having to multiply it by 4, or 4 over 1, because it's asking us how much for 4 batches. 4 will go into 8 twice. 2 times 4 is 8. The remainder is 0. Bring down your 4. 4 will go into 4 one time. So the answer is 21 cups of flour. "22. A diver is swimming at a depth of 38.25 meters below sea level." All right, and again, if you have to draw yourself a picture, you can do that. This guy's down here. He's swimming. There's a snorkel. And he is 38.25 meters below sea level. Let me rewrite that. 38.25 meters below sea level. The diver's friend is sitting on a boat directly above. And here he is. 2.5 meters above the surface. What is the difference between these two levels? What is the difference between these two levels? Well, what the question is really asking us is, if we were to travel from here to here, how far would we have to travel? And what that means is, oddly enough, is that we would have to add 38.25 to 2.5 to get our answer. And our answer would be 40.75 meters. The difference between here and here. You have to add up how far he is below sea level and add up how far this guy is above sea level for an answer of 40.75. Each of 4 stocks started the day at the same price. The table below shows how each stock changed over time. And again, all 4 of these started out at $8. Well, one dropped $1.25. One dropped 7/10 of a dollar. One went up 0.75 of a dollar, and one went up $1.20. Which stock had the lowest price at the end of the day? Which stock had the lowest price at the end of the day? And again, on the test, I may be asking you a variety of different things about this data here. But which stock had the lowest price at the end of the day? Well, right off the bat, we can eliminate this one and this one because these both rose. Okay, these both rose. Also, which stock had the lowest price at the end of the day, which is, what that means is that is the one that dropped the most. And you can see here we have change. This one went down by a full $1.25. This one went down by 7/10. Now, obviously, this number is higher than, or excuse me, lower than this number. This stock dropped over $1. This stock dropped less than $1. So the obvious answer is right there. Now, if you wanted to go and do this longhand, you could by changing this to a decimal and subtracting that amount from 8. Same you could do here, subtract that amount from 8, and you would come out with, for this one, you would get 6.75, and for this one, you would get 7.3, and just take my word on it. And again, the answer was, which stock had the lowest price at the end of the day? Right there. More to come.